Hello everybody, welcome. We are in an event today with Sacred Treasure House, and so it's a crafter's choice day, and so that's always fun, right? I am on just a minute early to make sure that we can find me and get me over into the group, and while we are doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put myself over into my group as well. So, whoops, I think I'm not even on my own page. Oh, you guys. There's all the things, right? What have you guys been up to? When you come on, say hello and let me know where you're watching from. That's always fun to see how far and wide that people are watching, right? You just never know, right? Sometimes we have people, even from overseas. I'm here in the Dallas, Texas area, and so more towards Fort Worth, and so we get people from Australia. We've got people that watch from over in the UK, and so just everybody. Hi Michelle, how are you? Thank you. Linda, April, hi. Carol, Estella. People are popping all on, and I am going to go ahead and share myself a couple of places. Hi Edith, Lori, nice to see you guys. What have you been up to today, you guys? Hey Deborah, tell me what you've been up to. I am always curious. What do you guys do typically on a Sunday afternoon? Anything super fun? I'm doing well. Hi Wendy, how are you? Oh, and up after me is Wendy from Simply Bewitching Jewelry by Wendy. She's coming up next. So you can just refresh your screen. If you're in the Sacred Treasure House group, you can just refresh your screen, and then the next person, who is Wendy, and she is our last presenter today, she will be coming up right there. You'll be able to find her. You don't even have to search her up. Man, I almost didn't get that word out. So we are all set to go, and it's time for me to be live, so we should just go ahead and get started here. Let me see, let me move a couple of things out from my desk. I've been scurrying around here and it's kind of a mess, so don't be alarmed. We're going to be using a bunch of it, so so just be aware we're going to use a bunch of it today. Hey Tanya, how are you? Oh my goodness, I almost clicked the button to turn myself off here. That would not be good. It's not where I'm trying to click. Okay. Whew, I better get that thing out of the way before I do something dastardly by accident, right? Okay, today we are going to be working on this little album. I started it yesterday. I did a live yesterday. I always seem pleasant and organized. It's all an illusion. It's just all an illusion. But thank you. So we use little envelopes. This is made from 5x7 envelope. The cards are 5x7. So the envelopes for a certain card size are always just a tiny bit larger, right? Hey Karen. And so we fold those in half, and they're not the kind where we stitch them together. They just have these little tabs. You can use fabric, you can use lace, you could even probably use washi tape. Any way that you're just doing these little tabs, and I showed yesterday how to get those together. Now this one only has 4 envelopes to it. If you want it to look nice and even across here, so that you start with 3 and end with 3, you need an even number of envelopes. And I'll show you the first one I made, and it was kind of wacky. I didn't get some of these lined up like I should, and I used an uneven number. So you see, I've got the top, middle, and bottom on these sections, and then if I would have had one more envelope out here, it would have been even. And so that was the first time I had made one, and I didn't even realize that it would be better with an even number. So we've got some fun things to do today in here. We'll just work on making some other little to decorate it, and do some other things that you could use in any kind of a journal, and especially an envelope journal. So on these, there's a couple of them that are turned this way with the flat pointing up, and you can just use these for little pockets or little tuck spots. And so when you do that, then I've got another one over here. So this one I forgot, well, I did both of them. I glued them down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, when you do this kind of little envelope journal, it's not like regular signatures to where you're only going to see half of, you know, any of the pages except the very center. And so I'm like, well, shoot, you know, I should have waited to glue that down. But I made it work, and I want to show you an easier way. If you've got that flap that you want to decorate, and whether you're going to use it for, you know, a tuck spot or not, let me show you an easy way that you can use to get that done. Now, I'm just going to use this scrap right here because I thought, oh, it's actually big enough to use for right here, and I won't even have to do anything to it. So I'm going to do that, and I don't really mind when the sides, or I mean when the music lines are going up and down instead of across. I must be kind of goofy like that. I don't know. I just don't mind. And so what you can do is, before you would glue this down, just go ahead and just trace your little flap along here. And part of that is already cut right close, so I don't even have to do that. And then I'm going to show you a little, kind of a little trick. Well, that's kind of, so we'll just cut on the inside of that line and cut it off. How many of you have made an envelope journal? Whether you know, used it and sewed it together, or however you did it. I want to know who has done that before. They're super easy, and they're kind of a fun little thing to have and tuck some things in. Okay, so now that we did that, hi Nancy. Tanya, I just did yesterday evening. I didn't even open it yet. I thought that'd be so fun. I wanted to take time to have fun and open it, and I didn't even get it opened yet. Thank you so much. Okay, so now see, it's exactly the right size, right? Well, on these other things, I have left a little bit of a border, and I'm going to go back and ink some of this. And so these things have all, you know, gotten inked on edges. So if I want to ink this, now is the time to do it. But watch this. Here's another cool trick. Hi, Sissa, how are you? So all you have to do, oh, April, that's good. Hi, Diane. All you have to do is take this and trim about, if you take like 1/4 of an inch or so off of the bottom. Gotta make sure it's straight. Oh, it's kind of hard to hang on to. I better hold over here first. So I'm going to cut 1/4 of an inch off. So now I can grab it here and hold it tight. So now when I cut that amount off the bottom, then we magically have cut to where we've got that nice border all the way around. And we didn't have to do any other special measurements. See, we've got that little border all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and ink it. And then we'll move on. So I was glad I did still have I had to dig out those, I found some envelopes that same size from that same company, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness I found another one so I can go ahead and do this and get it inked up and cut it all in one piece so I don't have to like piece it together like I did yesterday. But I did kind of the same thing and just tucked it in, where is it? So I did basically the same thing. I just took my paper and cut it, you know, or tucked it into the corner and traced here and just cut a little bit off of the bottom like that. And so basically it was, you know, kind of the same method. So we've got that, and let me grab, let's see, I thought I had a piece of plain paper here. I know I did. There it is. And sometimes if you forget to ink something and you want to go back and give it a little bit of ink, you can do this to it. You can take a piece of paper and kind of mask off what you don't want to get ink on, and then just, you know, hit the edges like this. And so then you've got a little bit, so don't ever think that if you forgot to ink something that that's it and now you can't do it, it's too late, because it's really not too late. You can still do a tiny bit like that. So we've got that there, and I probably should put a little down here. So once you start, it's like, oh, I should do all of it. And now I could, if I wanted to do in between right here, I could fold like this and hit those edges. I think I'm just gonna leave it, because that was kind of a mistake in the first place. So I think I'll just leave that one. So now, where's our other one? Okay, so now this time, these little things flip and flap all around, and it's like at some point I'm like, wait, how do I get, where's the front? So I finally got the front. Okay, so now, and let's do this before we see, and this was the one I glued down first. I laughed. I told some friend yesterday after I did this, and I got ahead of myself, and then I didn't show the trick I just did just now, and then I got it glued in the center, and I'm like, oh man. And I laughed. I said, I should start putting on a disclaimer that says something like, please watch first, don't craft along in case I have something that I need to fix. Then you won't have to do the same thing. Oh my goodness. Let's see. You've not tried any. They're fun. They are super fun to do. Oh, April. We'll get you going on that. That is not that's not too hard to do. It's, to sew the journals together. You just kind of have to have a little bit of patience. Some people actually take them to the sewing machine and sew them like that. I have never done one on the sewing machine. I usually just do that 3 pamphlet stitch, or if I've got small pieces, I'll add another couple, and I'll make it a 5 pamphlet stitch. And that's I have to really think when I do that one, because it takes a little more thought. It's easy though. I mean, if you know what to do. I should make a little cheat sheet so we could all have it done. Cindy. Thank you. Okay, where's my glue? Where's my tiny bottle? There it is. The tiny bottle is hiding behind the big bottle. I think, let's see, I think they'll be fine. I was trying to decide if I wanted to go ahead and fold it first, but I think it'll be fine. Oh, you guys, are any of you football watchers? I tell you, we've got people. My husband has gone over to his brother's house, and they always watch the Cowboys together. Although my husband has such a weird work schedule anymore. I was telling him last year he didn't really go that many times, because it seemed like he was working on Sunday afternoons a lot, so he didn't even get to go over and watch with him very often. But they like to do that. I think that's cute. They have their football time. And then my daughter, oh my goodness, my daughter and granddaughter, I can't believe how much everybody loves the football. They did not get that gene from me. They got that from their dad, I guess, not me. I don't know. I just am not that wild about it. I'm not, but you know what? I'm not that sportsy anyway. I'm good with smaller things. I'm good with crafting and, anything I can do with my hands. I'm not that sporty. Okay, now, so here's the papers that we were using. And this sheet, okay, so when I first started this project, I thought, oh, this is great. I've got these little pages, and I'll be able to use this pack of paper that's all 6x6 pieces, and they're already cut. And I thought, oh, that'll be fun. Oh my goodness, you guys. Then it dawned on me, well, that's not going to work if I want to put it clear across. And like I said, all these pages, oh my gosh, these pages, you open them up and you can still see the whole thing. Well, you can make them, separate little pages inside, But if you wanted to do the whole thing, they were only 6 by 6. And so this is, 7 inches across. And I'm like, ah. So I did this one and I cut it down. So I just made, the same border all the way around. Now I made these tiny little pockets. It's just a piece of lace. So, you could tuck something in there. I cannot talk today. But see, this is what I'm saying. And you could do this easily on any of them that are open, just the envelope itself. And, you wouldn't have a problem doing that either. So let's see. That one. So this one is all the way across. This one. What do we got going here? I got 2 pages there. I guess this is the only one that we've got that's not got something across. But on these, where we've got these little pieces like this, so, this is awfully bright and white. I think it would be nice if we would put something on here. And these are so fun. I don't know why I keep them in the plastic. It's kind of annoying. We've got little circles. They're really pretty, colors on the back. They've got some of these that are kind of these bursts. I like that. You know what? I think I'm going to put that in here. I like, ooh. And it's really hard when you like the front and the back, right? Oh my goodness. See? And they all are pretty on the back too. So, let's grab out our ruler. Now, we wouldn't even have to tuck it all the way down in here. But let's just get some color on it. I think I'm going to do like about 3 1/4, and I hope that'll fit. 3 1/4 by, let's do 4 3/4. 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And I have to write it down or I'll forget. Okay, how many of you are like that? Hey Jet, how are you doing? Okay, so, or you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cut it in half. That way I can use this one paper on both. Let's do that. Let's just cut it down the middle. And then 4 3/4. I'm thinking about that, you guys. Okay, if I cut them both like this, to where I've taken the same amount off both ends. Here, I'll show you what I was thinking about. Oh, I got locked down. Man, when your paper trimmer locks itself down. Woo! You don't watch football, April. Go Seahawks. Hey, Nora, how are you doing? Okay. Jet, do you guys have the game on at your house? Oh, yeah. Look, you guys. I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put it more on this side, and I'll try to kind of pull it close to the center. I can't do it all the way to the center because we've got it glued down there, but let's do that. Oh, I like that. Do you guys like that? Look, that's kind of fun. Funky and fun. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. You don't. You did go your first A&M football game yesterday. Fun! Oh my goodness. So my daughter was saying she was looking at some of the tickets to go to like some of the college games, and she could not believe how expensive they were. So we'll just pop that down in here. And it has a little bit of, border off to the side here, but I think it's fine. And you just have to decide what you're willing to live with when you're doing, when you're cutting pieces that are, not exact sizes, when you're using papers. And, I like to show you how you can take papers that you've got and, make them work. Just like this. It wasn't the right size. It wasn't the full 7 inches across. Or, you know, if we cut a little bit, you'd even need it to be 6 3/4. So we didn't have that, so we'll just use it like this. I like that. I think that's cute. Now then, let's add a little color right here, and so that it's easier to tell. I'm not going to cut a little notch there. Let's see what we've got for, let me see if I can find something with a little bit more of a solid color. Oh, let's see. Here, let's use this and cut. Let's just cut a little circle out here. I still have not found my Stampin' Up! 1-inch circle punch. Makes me sad. This one just, and I tell you, it's harder to get where you need to cut with this one. Since it's, I don't know, and I don't even, off the top of my head, I can't even tell you why it's so much different. Oh, thank you, Michelle. How are you? Oh, there we go. So now all we're going to do with these, oh, where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. All we're going to do with these is fold them in half and just put a little bit of glue on. You know, there's just so many fun little things that you can put in these little books. I'm just going to put it about halfway. And then it'll be, you know, it'll kind of help. It's kind of a reinforcement as well. So you can tuck something fun in there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a little shaker pocket out of some junk mail. Now, the problem with this is I waited too long. You know, when you have lots of things at the ready, you're just like, oh, I won't have any problem finding something at all. Whoops. So there's that. And we could still put, you know, some ink along the edges there. But I don't know, I kind of like it. There's so much white with this. I kind of like the edges being just plain white. What do you think? Think it looks good plain, or should we ink it? I like it plain. Okay, now, so I'll watch for your, do they still have the one? No, April, they do not have that 1-inch punch. And I kind of think they don't have the single punch like that. My guess is because there is a set of circle dies, and one of those I think is probably about that size. So, you know, mine is like this, but it's a 1-inch size. And I like it like this because it's quick. You know, you don't have to get out your die cut machine or anything else. And so punches sometimes like that, that's why I like to use some of them. This is old. This is a creative memory one from a long time ago. What do you guys, let's see. Let me see if plain, okay. Plain. Whoops, what happened to my other comments here? Yeah, I just like, yes. Okay, we're in agreement. I concur. Have you ever see that movie with, oh, who was it? I don't know, one of those young guys that are always in the movies. That's really explanatory, isn't it? What was that? He went around and he played like he was so many professions, and they like to have never caught him. And it was really based on a true story. I can't I mean, that was just you know, it just boggles your mind to think that somebody could. He was a pilot. He was a doctor. I can't even remember all the things that he got jobs doing, and just played like, you know, that's what he was. And he was in an operating room, and one of the doctors said something, and it was, I think, you know, and he goes, "I concur." You know, I'm just like, well, there you go. Oh, a scrambled omelet for dinner. Onions, bacon, eggs, a little cheddar cheese. Who was the actor? Was it... Oh, gosh, I cannot think of his name. Catch me if you can. Wendy, yes, yes, yes. Who was that in there? Yes, Leonardo DiCaprio. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Oh, you guys are good. See, I can blab enough and give you enough hints that you could get it, right? Okay, so we're going to take this envelope. And this was... I ran to the mail because I had a whole pile. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm looking for one that's got a big window in it, okay? So I grabbed that out. Yes, Gwen, you are right. So I got that out, and so this is the part we're going to use, and I just chopped off the end and pulled the junk out. Okay, so we're going to put this somewhere. We can just put it here. And this will be perfect. Let me see if there's another one. And you guys, if you make one of these like this, the top one and the bottom one need to be scooched in a little bit farther than I put these, because now then, if we use a piece and leave a little bit for, you know, a border, then it's like peeking out the top and the bottom. So I kind of boo-booed on that one. Wendy, I agree. I'm with you on that. Okay, so I was trying to see if there's one, but that is the front and the back. I don't know that there's another one to fix like that. Let me look, you guys. I'm trying to see if there's a spot I want to cover, because we can cut this the exact size. Nope, I guess not. I guess really the front and back is all. Well, let's put it to go right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure our little, and you got to turn the ruler to where you can read it. So it's like 3 and almost 5/8. And what is it this way? Because we want to get it pretty close. 5 1/4. Okay, so we're going to cut this down, and let's measure here. If we get that and it's 3 and 5/8, see, that's going to be pretty. Actually, you know what let's do? Let's cut it out this direction first. Let's do our 5 1/4 this way. And then it's pretty close to the top up here. Okay. Let me look at something real quick, you guys. I did one of these before, and this envelope is a little bit wider than the one I worked on before. And I need to make sure I'm putting it the right direction. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and measure it from, okay, here's the top. I'm going to cut it off on this side, which will be the inside section. So 3 and 5/8. And it doesn't give us a, no, I kind of wish I wouldn't have done that. I don't really like it that way. Well, let's flip it the other way, you guys. Let's flip it this way because we can always seal it like that. We'll just work on it upside down. Let's give it a little bit of color and cover some of this up. And then we're gonna put a piece of paper inside. We'll put some of that colorful paper that we're using. Oh, and I got this yellow piece right here. There's all kinds of stuff about this envelope I'm not liking too much now. Now that I picked it and I'm using it, it'll be fine. As time goes on, I can cover up something, right? There's always washi tape and little bits and pieces we can put down. So I'm just going to kind of brush some of this color on. Just all kinds of which ways. Okay. We're going to glue the back down, but we're going to make the back a pocket too, so that from the top it'll be a pocket like behind it. So we're only going to glue it on 3 sides like that. Oh, you know what? We should just do that part now. Let's do it now so we don't forget, and it gets it'll be facing the right direction and all the good stuff. I like that idea. Then we can still get into it because it's open. But we'll just make it like a little basic pocket. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon, you guys. I appreciate all of you being here on your Sunday evening. And then up next is going to be Wendy from Simply Bewitching Jewelry by Wendy. Okay, now we are going to find a pretty little piece to put in here, up in here. And you know what? I guess we really don't need to cover the whole thing. Really, this would be kind of cute. And then I was trying to find something. Ooh, this would be pretty too. Let's use this part. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off here. I love this. I think it's so pretty. And we'll just put, ooh, I hate it. I love these pieces that have the little squares. I kind of hate to glue this part down. You know what though? You know what they call that? Paper hoarding. Paper hoarding. Oh, I know, Wendy. Wouldn't that be so much fun? If all of us lived close enough, we could just get together and do all the fun stuff. That would be a hoot. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in there. Okay, so this is what I was telling you. I had so much trouble trying to figure out anything to put in here of all of the zillions of things that I have. And I'm like, why in the world can I not find something that I like to stick in here as a fun little thing? Oh, let me see. I didn't look in this one. Well, these all are a lot more vintage looking. I don't really like those. Well, I like them, but not for this. What's in here? You guys, my granddaughter, I got this big case, and it's full of a bunch of these little cases. I think there's 12 of them in here. And my granddaughter told me I should get the one that had the pretty colorful boxes. That would be more fun. Okay, well, it's more fun looking just sitting there, but as far as useful, no, it's not. It's a dark enough color that, I mean, I can kind of see, what's in there, but if it was clear, I could have a better idea of what the tones are instead of looking through a blue box or the yellow box. It's like, oh my goodness. So I'm like, yeah, I should have just got the other thing. Okay, so now I kind of like this, but I think what I'm going to do, I think I'll cut I don't know, should we cut the brown completely off? You know what, now that I see it in here, it's not too bad if I just leave all of them together. But do you think we should cut the brown? I kind of want to cut the frame off. What do you think? Frame off or on? Hey, how are you doing, Lisa? Mosaic, yeah. I tell you just got to use it, right? What do you think? Cut the borders off or on? No, put it on the left page. This one? Put this over here? Leave them on. You guys, are you helping? I know, everybody's got a zillion. I don't know. Let's see if we can find something else to go in here. I want something kind of cute. I should have, and you know what would have been another idea would be to stamp something on there, right? If we would have stamped something on there, that would have looked cute as well. These are all kind of soft colors. I'm not really wild about those. Yeah, I don't know why the little butterflies were in there. There's some roses. Here's like just a butterfly. This would be pretty. These little things are hard to get open. Kind of frames the butterfly. Yeah, but you can't see all of it. I don't like that color. Well, see if there's any others. Nope. Nope, I don't really think that even went in there. This takes up too much stuff. I don't know, that would be kind of fun. It's got a lot of bright colors like the other colors that we're using. Oh, here's a single butterfly. Oh, I like this one. Ooh, what about this? He's kind of large though. Ooh, what if we just put him on the outside? Oh, I like that idea. Let's put him on the outside. Nobody said we had to glue him inside. Oh, let's do that. I like that. You like that? He's a winner. Yeah, he wins and he's the winner, right? We're the winners. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up our little shaker. We're still going to make it a shaker pocket. Let's find some pretty goodies to put in it. These would be pretty. Oh, here's some really good. Here's a good variety. Ooh, I like those. These are just pinks. Oh, here's another one that could be a contender. Except it's got kind of, what are those? Oh, it's seashells in there. It's got some little parts of it that are seashells and they're kind of little yellow pieces. I don't know. I don't know, we could just use this one with the blue colors. Let me take some of these out a little bit and see what they look like. Oh, well, we want to make sure it goes well with our butterfly, though. Actually, this wouldn't be too bad with that butterfly. That really wouldn't be too bad. If we're using, I don't really like the, okay, purple's out with the butterfly. So one of these. What do you guys think? Left or right? What do you think? Left or right? Left or right? Be kind of pretty. I know, I would do the purple one too, but it doesn't really look the best with our butterfly. What do you guys think? Actually, the one on the left doesn't really look too bad with the things we've got here. The left, the right, the right, the left. Let's just go ahead and pour some of this in. Okay, so we're just gonna pour a little bit in, or a lot, whichever falls out, right? Let me see. And you don't want so much that it doesn't shake around very good. That would be my I was gonna say my suggestion. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, I gotta tip it back to get it back up there. They're wild. They're wild little things. Okay, as soon as I get these in here, I'm gonna lock them down. Okay. Oh, and there. Oh, what is the matter with me? I just said I needed to not do that, and I did it again. Well, I'm not used to having stuff just loose, I guess, like that. Okay. Glue it, glue it, glue it. Glue it now. Oh my word. Okay, so now all we have to do is just glue our two sides. And it really doesn't matter at this point, you know, how much of a border that you're doing. So now we need to kind of squeeze it up and make sure that it's even, because we have put something inside there. And I want it to keep it away from that glue for now till it has a second to dry. Get it back down here. I don't want it in that wet glue. So let me tap it over here a second. I don't think I got too much in. Yeah, if you get too much in, it's not going to shake around very good. It's just like stuck. Both. Mix them. Oh, hey, now that would have been a good idea. I should have seen that sooner. I think it'll be okay with this. And then we'll put our little butterfly up there. I have to get this screwed on, you guys. I do not want this loose. It's kind of, that's a relative to glitter being loose in your craft room, right? Sort of like that. Okay, and then we can just put this on here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and lift its wings up a tiny bit. Let's see where. I want my little dimensional square things, and then we could put that under his wings. There they are. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. We'll just cut. These are kind of big ones anyway. Ooh. It's not wanting to come off on my paper. Oh, that's weird. All of it's it's like, look at this, you guys. It's sticky stuff is just loose. That's fine. I've got the glue. I got more than one kind of glue. All right. Oh, you guys, I got more scissors and glue and all kinds of crazy stuff here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little dimensional on the back of each one of these wings. And just glue it down. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a one of these that the backing that was on the release paper, that it just came completely off to start with. That'll glue real easy if I can get it off my nails. Oh my goodness. Huh, did it. Okay, phew. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue on each of those, because I'm going to have to make sure it'll stick on here, which I'm pretty sure that this glue will stick it on that thing right there. And I'm just going to put it right here. I'm not sure I got my little sticky dots out far enough to the edges. I hope so. Just have to hold it down here a second. Well, there we go. Now I can get back to looking at comments. They're fun. These little things are fun to make. And you know, you can just use so many of your ideas in it. He's too far towards the center here for me to put a clippy on. My clippies are too short, or I would do that. I need for him to catch so we can move on and do some other things. Oh, maybe it is stuck. I forgot the paper's not going to just be stuck straight down. And then this would be fun to put on here. We could even turn it, you know. It is so close to be... Oh, you know what? Let's just cut down. Let's cut down the little frame. And if we cut the frame on all the sides, I think it'll fit on the envelope and still have its sweet little wood frame. I can't grab it. Okay, I'm just kind of eyeballing it here on cutting half of that off. I hope that this will span from both sides and still look like it's got a nice little wood frame. Let's see if it fits. Yes! Oh, perfect. There you go. There's Cindy. We got it in there in the right on the left page. Let's find another pretty paper to put them. Where's the paper? I don't like that. That would be pretty. Let's do that one. Some of these tiny little pieces are hard to maneuver and get rid of. Okay, so I can just line that up and cut that off. Kind of shredded that. Okay, and then this needs to be, I don't know. I know I already measured how wide it was before. But what? I'll have to do it again. Oh, you guys, you're probably so tired of watching me flip through pages. So 3 5/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, 5 1/4. And I want the blue part mostly. So we'll cut it right along here, and then it should be good for that little page. That seems big. It's so funny when you have something, or for me anyway, I'll have one thing, you know, over here and the other thing over there, and I'll go, oh, those aren't the same size. What happened? And no, they're the same size. Got a little bit of white showing out here. I don't know. I've got a tiny bit that didn't cut real good here. And if you take like a nail file, an emery board or something like that, this is just one of those glass ones. You can kind of use it to smooth off little paper problems. I just call them paper boogers. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that. So being so crass. Okay. Where are we? Here we go. Ooh, look at that. I kind of like it this way better. That way that kind of pulls that yellow from here over. I kind of like that. I hope you like that. It's under the purple box. Thank you. I need people watching out for me. You guys, one of my friends, she right away saw after I posted my schedule for the week. Oh my goodness. That sweet girl, she got a hold of me and she goes, you have Wednesday as the 10th, and it's not. It's the 11th. And she goes, you forgot to say anything about your event. I'm like, oh my word. I didn't even have down the event. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So yes, we are having on Wednesday, I'm going to be hosting an event, and it's called Beyond the Blank Page Art Journaling. So, be fun. We've got lots of people that are going to be on there. Oh, I love this. I just think this is so fun. And now we'll just put this here. Or, oh shoot, I should have left it a little longer. It could have been, you know what? I'm going to use it as a bottom tuck spot. I'm just going to put some glue across the bottom, and it'll hold it kind of tight. And you could still put something up there and just tuck it in. So it's loose on the 3 sides, but you can still stick something in here and it'll hold it. You can do the same thing at the top of something. You can put like just a small little square or something like that and it'll hold it. Oh my goodness, Martha, I haven't done pink on here. Art journal scrapbooking is your favorite? Nice. That is a fun way to do some scrapbooking, right? Some memory keeping in an art journal. There's so many ways to do memory keeping. And that is what my one for October is going to be, is about memory keeping. So I've got another event coming up in October, and that's what it's going to be. Okay, so what else was I going to tell you? Something. Oh my goodness, I hope it's not. Sometimes, you know me, I get to talking so much, and then I think, did I tell them the important stuff? I don't know. Oh, I like this. Oh, well, I know what else I was going to do. Here, you guys, here's some other things to do when you've got little little things you've worked on like this. Okay, so this, let me see if there's not one that's decorated already. Here, this one is not. Let's do this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to just slice a teensy bit off the edge. And now, ta-da, we've got a side pocket. So we can use a side pocket as part of our little journal. So we've got a little side pocket there. We've got two tuck pockets here, little pockets here, all kinds of little things you can tuck things into. And then we made this. This has got a pocket up here behind the envelope. So it's actually, you know what? Let's do this. I don't know if I can or not. Let me see. Where is that hole punch? Oh, I know that hole punch that I've got there. I know for sure it won't fit in there. One of the things that you could do is just make a real gentle cut in there and use it for a top pocket. Whew, almost didn't say that. I don't think I'm going to do that though. We could put some here. I'll just stick this in here so we'll remember that it's a tall little pocket. So got a little tall pocket here, and then you can have things that stick out through the tops, through the sides, whatever. We could put some. Okay, so besides these, we've got 4 of these little pockets. I mean, 4 sides. This one didn't get anything yet. I don't know what we can put on that, but it's got a side pocket here. Let's go ahead and make it let's slice it right there, and we can have another little side pocket there too. So by cutting into your little envelopes from the sides or the tops, besides the things that you glue on and little pockets that you make like that, you can have all kinds of fun little places. In fact, this one, let's see, we've got a nice little thing here. We can cut this let's see, this piece is too short. Wait, let's see about this piece. I don't really like that with that color. You can just keep making all the fun things. Now this one, let's make a big circle here. If this is big enough, let me see. Oh, yep, it is. Okay. Ah, the book needs the rose bouquet. Like on the front, that one that I had out, the little flowers. Is that what you're talking about? That would be fun because it's bright. Oh my goodness, you guys. Sometimes this happens if you've got a small piece of paper. Oh, there we go. Now we can take this and just put it up here. Actually, I'm going to cut some of it off, and a lot of times I'll just go ahead and slice it on my trimmer to make sure I get a nicer trim than if I, you know, a straighter cut than if I just do it by hand. Cindy, I like that idea. I'll have to find that again. Thank you. I think that's a great idea. Now I'm just going to put a little glue across the top here. And so this could be like one of the little like a little top tuck spot. Oops, oh my goodness. So then when that dries, it would be, and you know, you'd be surprised how much, you know what, I'm gonna pull the glue down a tiny bit in there just to make it even tighter. Well, just popped right off, didn't it? But you'd be surprised how tight these things will be and how nice they will hold something. Hey Susan, how are you? Aw, thank you, Martha. That's sweet of you. Whoops. It's not kind of straight. It's kind of hanging off up there. Okay, got it. I got it. All right. Lisa, did I see a picture of you meet up with some crafters? Didn't I see a picture of you doing that? Lisa, are you still here? My 6 o'clock time. It's time to go. Lisa, I have to tell you, I was looking at those pictures and in the background, I'm like, are those Bucky Bites back there? I guess it was last Sunday, we went on a quick little road trip and we went to the same Buc-ee's twice that day, down and back. And I saw that and I just got so tickled. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I can just look at a picture across the thing. But there was stuff in the background and I saw that and I just got so tickled. And I was telling the girls, I said, oh, can you believe I could just look at a picture? And I'm like, are those Bucky Bites? Too sweet for me, but I recognized it. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and let's go over and see what Wendy's doing. I hope you got some little ideas for, making one of these yourself, and I hope that you, because that's my goal, to give you some ideas that you can use on your own projects and have some fun making things. I will talk to you later. Have a great afternoon. Have a good evening. It's already late, right? Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, April.